All right, everyone, welcome back to another Drive and Talk here in Automotive Anatomy. And so we're trying a different mic. So if this doesn't work, you may or may never see it. Then I'll go back into using the wire mic. But big shout out to my brother for providing me with the mic. It actually has been helping. I'll put the window up because I can almost already hear that the wind's going to be an issue. It has come in handy already for the Cars and Coffee that I attended. I was able to get much better audio, and I don't think I could hear my heart breathing as much. So like I said, I'm definitely trying to eat less, and I'm trying to get into better shape, because it's sad that you walk 5 minutes and you're already hearing your hearing yourself kind of run out of air. But anyways, the topic that I wanted to discuss today, first and foremost, thank you guys so much. I know a lot of you guys have shared the Drive and Talks. It seems that you guys enjoy a lot of different messages that I send, and again, it's not like I'm just trying to say things that people want to hear on camera. I legit listen to motivational speakers and podcasts every single day. I hardly ever listen to music. I just don't really like the current music, and if I do listen to music, it's a lot of old stuff. So it's not like I'm just like driving around and let me see what people want to hear. It's like, no. And I purposely, obviously, always stay from away from touchy topics. And it's not because I don't care about them. I think it's important, and it's not because I feel that my way's the highway and that's it. Like, no, like I'm definitely one of the most open-minded persons you guys can ever imagine. But it's just not something that I want to have here, just because I mostly want to keep it positive. And honestly, like, that's what it is. It's just it's who cares what your political beliefs are when it comes to cars. That's just my opinion. If I'm starting nitpicking everything that you believe, then shit, and we're never gonna have nothing in common. So and something that doesn't care about your political beliefs or how you feel about certain things is a business. And so I wanted to speak about businesses. And so obviously some of you actually run businesses. I don't per se. Would I like Automotive Anatomy to one day become a business? Of course. Don't get me wrong, but I don't run a business like the way you guys, some of you guys do, whether it's traditional or virtual. But those of you who are running a business, and I mean those people that are completely entrepreneurial, who have their own business, and that's why you guys survive and provide with your family. And I'm also talking to those people who have it as a side hustle, who are still going to the 9-to-5 job, still going to school. Maybe you're even in high school and you have a side business, and you're trying to grow that, so one day that can be your main thing. And for those who maybe don't have a business yet, but they started the YouTube journey, they started the Instagram journey, the blog journey, whatever that journey is, selling stuff on eBay. I really wanted to touch base on this very, very important thing. There was, I want to say, Warren Buffett. I don't know. I like reading quotes. But there was this quote that says, "The rich don't work for money." And now the word rich, it's very, I don't know. I think it's a difficult word for a lot of people to really get into. I don't like the word rich in the sense of I'm not shooting to be rich. I'll be dead honest. But do I want financial stability for the rest of my life? Of course. That to me is different. And maybe I'm wrong. And that's where you guys can come in and be like, dude, that's legit what rich means. I've heard a lot of, don't try to be rich, try to aim to be wealthy. Whatever you want to do. And if you want to be rich, you want to have 10 different mansions and a whole bunch of exotic cars, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. Or lady, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, go for it. Like, if that's what is going to bring you happiness, go for it. But regarding that topic, what I really want to share with you guys is that a lot of people will not care about your story until you make it, quote unquote, right? And so keep grinding. A lot of the things that you're doing, you're not getting paid for. And I think that's the biggest thing that most people, and again, I'm not bashing if you're not doing anything related to a side hustle or business or whatever. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. And maybe you love doing what you do, your 9-to-5 and clocking out and going home and resting. That's perfectly fine. But I'm speaking directly to those of you who maybe been doing their journey, whether that's creating a blog or like I say YouTube page or selling things on eBay or on Amazon, and you just don't feel that traction. You're like, damn, I've been at it for a year, I've been at it for 2 years, I've been at it for 5 years, I've been at it for 2 months, whatever it is, there's a lot of things that you're gonna be doing for free. That's just number one thing. One thing that I like to do is engage with all of you in the comment sections. Could you say that I'm getting paid for that? No. But why do I do it? It's because 2 years ago I would be so excited just to see a comment on my videos, and most of them were my brother. He would be the first one to be tuning in, like, hey, great video. And for the first maybe 40 videos, he was the first one to comment. He was the first one to like. He was the first one, until later on I started giving him stuff because he wasn't the first one anymore. Like, what the hell, man? Where were you? He's just like, oh, I was busy. And now, like, for me to say, oh, there's just too many comments, I'm just going to ignore, or I'm going to nitpick and see which ones I can benefit from. Oh, I see you, Garage Build Hondas. I'm going to respond to you, but not to whoever's under or above. That says a lot about me as an individual. And again, you guys may know people who may do that. And I don't know their situation, but that's just the way I interpret it. If you had time to see a comment from a big page or a big YouTube page, but mine was just under and you missed it and you completely ignored it, that's interesting. But like I said, we try to keep it positive. And maybe you are those individuals who, like me, you leave comments on other big pages that you look up to, or you like their style, or whatever the case may be, and they just seem to keep ignoring you. Or people just don't tune into you, even though you provide a much better experience. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Like, that should be the time that you're like, all right, cool. Yes, thank you. Thank you for giving me this motivation. For those of you who feel like the channel has been growing just by luck, or man, that guy's lucky. Man, like, Rob made a comment. Rob is from Canada. And so, like, again, I read a lot of these comments. Rob made a comment a long time ago. It was like, man, that's cool. Like, your wife lets you, handle all your stuff, and you go all these cars and coffees, and I don't know how you do it, man. Like, you have a lot of time in your hands. Like, there's no way, a lot of wives would be this supportive. I ran to a dead end. And I'm like, you know what? That's funny you mentioned, because my wife is super supportive. There are times that she's like, another car show, like, so we needed to do this, blah, blah, blah. But I have to explain to her, like, look, a lot of this stuff, and I'll be transparent with you guys, a lot of this stuff that I'm doing, it's costing me money. It's not you guys think that I'm like balling it. No, like I'm wasting a lot of gas on making it out to an event. I've said it different times. The things that I'm doing is really not for the fame. If I was for the fame, shit, like, I can think of 100 different ways of doing it to get that reward. But then the community that I'm trying to build would not be as positive, as genuine, as I guess authentic as it is. We can all build a community of girls on thumbnails and reaction videos and sex and violence and shit. I mean, you know how many more views I would have gotten just talking about this political stuff that's going on, but that's not the type of community that I'm trying to build. And so when you have something like that, specifically to those who are building something pure and something that is trying to be positive, and so the numbers are not going to come in, the engagement is not going to come in, the buys are not going to come in. I'm sitting on, I don't know, maybe, I think I ordered like 200 shirts for Automotive Anatomy. I think I'm still sitting on like 100 of them, and a lot of them I give away for free. In a way for free, in a way is to the people that allow me to interview them. And a lot of you did purchase shirts. But the thing is, do I sit here and think like, oh, I should just quit? No, maybe I'm not where I need to be. Maybe you guys missed the sale. Maybe I didn't know how to launch a shirt sale. Maybe I don't advertise it enough. Maybe I advertise it too much and you guys are turned off by it. Whatever the case may be. It doesn't mean that what we're doing right now is not going to have an impact tomorrow. I have this conversation with a lot of different people. It's like, dude, you're growing. And I'm like, yes, we are growing. But to answer back to Rob's question, is my wife 100% okay with it all the time? Of course not, right? But what do I do to make sure that I I am there for her and for Chubbs, and so a lot of things that you don't see is my sleeping pattern is all messed up. Why? Because I'll give you an example. On Saturdays, talking back again, related to the whole business where people are doing a lot of things that are not getting paid for. And again, you're not doing it for now. You're doing it to provide a service, and then that will eventually come. Like I say, on Saturdays, I'll either go. Let's back it up. Talking about doing things that you may not see the reward at the moment. From the moment I find somebody, I have to Instagram, DM them. Either I get a response or I don't get a response. Let's say I do get a response, then I have to look at the schedule and see what day works for them and for me. Set up a date, maybe 3 or 4 days prior to the day. Hey man, I was still looking good for the interview. Yes, okay, cool. Then I have to make sure that I go that day to the interview. We interview, have a good chat afterwards, and then drive back to where, from wherever I interview. And then I do a little bit of work, and then it's like hanging out with my family, hanging out with my wife. And yes, I'm on my phone, on Instagram, or whatever, trying to interact. So like I told you guys, I really try to use Instagram as a tool, not as an entertainment. And the reason why is because I'm trying to kick back with technology, because I'm already glued to a computer most of the time. So I'm trying to decrease that as much as possible. So hang out with the family, I try to make that after 1 p.m. try to hang out all family related. By 8 or 9, we're old souls, and so what we like to do is watch mystery shows. So we like watching mystery shows. I'll be on my phone here and there, maybe on my computer doing some stuff, but we're just at home watching stuff. And we like eating, so we don't really, my wife's not that type of person that wants to go shopping and things like that. She's not like that, so I'm super grateful for that. And then the major difference that I've always had in my head is once she goes to sleep, that's when I start working again. So that's a lot of my comments that I'm responding to. They're from 10, 11, 12, 1 in the morning. So that's really where I get the other hours, Rob. It sucks in the morning because then like my wife gets up to go run, and I get up kind of like sleepy, and then when she's out running, I'm all I'm all doing computer stuff. And so again, going back to those of you who, I do apologize about the rocks, going back to those of you who are creating something and you've been at it for quite a bit and you're still not getting traction, don't give up. It's just a matter of the freaking algorithm. Trust me, whatever you're doing, maybe I to this day I'm constantly finding awesome new channels and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Don't give up. I mean, like for instance, Chris from Arizona, EG Build Chris 92, the dude's killing it. Oh no, biggie, I'm just gonna pick up a spare car and do a case swap and case swap the spare car that was supposed to be a flip. Okay, first of all, it takes a lot of knowledge to even know how to do a freaking swap, let alone a case swap. And for him to go to the junkyard and be doing it like in 100-degree weather, and picking up, making it very budget, like that's awesome. And I watch those shows. Honda Vlogs, every Monday he's putting the amount of work that he does, and I really like the new format that he started with. He engages you by posting your comment and talking more about it. And it's like, why not? All these different individuals that are putting in work that a lot of people haven't discovered. I'm sorry guys, I know that you guys are putting in the work. And ladies, the straight pipes of 350Z is always going to beat you though. You know what I mean? The reaction videos with girls with bikinis are always going to beat you. I'm so sorry. I wish I could change that. I wish I could change in the sense of the hustle. And to those people that are flipping things left and right on eBay and Amazon, I get it. You sold 10 things and 2 of them, quote unquote, got lost and 1 of them got damaged. And so now you have to take that loss because you need to maintain that perfect customer service. I get it. It sucks, but don't give up. Don't get discouraged. A lot of the things that we're doing, we're not gonna get paid, but I promise if you continue, you will be able to see the benefit. Today I posted a picture that said, the more I work, it seems that the luckier I get. And I meant that as a sarcastic way. And again, I'm a very sarcastic person, but all it means is you're gonna hear, oh goodness, you're gonna hear, oh, you're so lucky. When I got my counseling job, oh, you're so lucky you're a counselor. Yeah, because you didn't see the freaking 3+ years that I worked multiple jobs didn't do anything, absolutely spent nothing on me because of school. And back then I was going to sleep at 2-3 in the morning studying for the test for the next day so I can go to school and then go to work right after. Yeah, so lucky. And so that's what I'm not trying to diminish what people think about your success or what they see as successful, but just understand that people will use the word luck. And honestly, yes, maybe it has a small percentage, but shit, a lot of it has to do a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work, especially if you don't have connections, especially if you're coming from the ground up. Yes, it's gonna take a lot more work. I know pages. I can think of one. They did one video, and that one video they got 5,000 subscribers. It's because somebody who has already been doing a lot of different things and had a big page on YouTube shot them out, and boom, 5,000 subscribers without a single video being created. And after that, they blew up. We're sitting here close to 20,000 2 years later. I'm trying to bust my ass as much as I can, while maintaining a life, work. You know, right now I'm looking for a job. But you guys understand what I'm saying. A lot of the things I'm not getting money out of it, but I'm also not trying to spend as much money. That's why when a lot of people are like, hey, you should upgrade this, you should upgrade that, I'm like, you know what, I completely agree, but I'm not there yet. And I'm 1,000% okay with that decision. I'm not feeling bad like, oh man, they don't like my stuff. And the opposite side, if you're out there spending gajillions of dollars on equipment and you're still not seeing the benefit, hey, you know what, whatever, you have the equipment. One thing that I don't believe is, and again, I could be wrong, the whole investing. When people are like, invest in yourself. And so by investing in themselves, they're trying to start a YouTube channel on cars, and they go buy a brand new car because of the content. It's like, okay. And then they go buy another car because of the content. It's like, I don't know. At that point, I don't know if that would be investing in yourself, or maybe you're using the word investing as a way of coping or making yourself feel good about the purchases that you're doing. But that's just my decision. You can do whatever the hell you want. Obviously, the people that are doing that have a big following, the money's coming back to them. And so don't ever try to compare yourself to somebody who's been, 1 million subscribers and they're buying cars left and right and creating raffles and things like that. If you try to do that with a small channel, shit, your finances are going to go down the drain because you don't have that money coming back. But again, do as you please. I just really wanted to send that message to you guys in the sense of, there's a lot of things you're doing right now that you're not getting financial reward from it. Don't stop. If it's something that you truly are passionate about and makes you happy, keep going. But also look at the things that you're doing. Maybe you need to tweak a few things to get a little bit more engagement. Maybe, I don't know. It's just constant things. And so that's the reason why I keep talking to you guys, and I always leave comments like, what else do you guys want me to do differently? Because I'm all for good ideas. I'm all for good ideas. I'm still at the end of the day going to do what I believe my channel should be, but I definitely do want to get your input because that's the reason why I've been growing, thanks to you guys. Otherwise, I'm just some random dude talking, 90s Hondas, and I'm sure nobody would listen. But it's because I try to listen to your suggestions that the channel has been growing. So let me know. As always, we go for the car, we stay for the person. Thank you so much for allowing me to just speak and for you guys tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Please be engaged for it. If there's anything that you disagree or agree in a very respectful manner, just let me know and let's have a conversation about that. So we'll catch you in the next one.